spectacular Transmorphers. Another reviewer described this as Transmorphers less than meets the eyes. That's rather appropriate. Since I did my Alien vs. Hunter review, I've had some emails from actual cast and crew members of the film, telling me that they are rather ashamed of having been associated with the film at all, because apparently the director was a raving lunatic who played around on his mobile phone rather than actually directing anything, and in general was about as competent as the person who decided that putting asbestos into your walls would be fun. So, as a result, I've been pretty much putting this review off. In retrospect, I should have put it off even longer. This film is set in the far future in which Earth has been taken over by a race of mechanical robots, again. The surviving humans have been forced to live underground and are now about to strike back in the last battle, again, in a way that's in no way like The Matrix or Terminator or any other film like that, honest gov. Realizing that only a hardened misanthrope from the past can lead them to victory, somehow, the characters decide to bring back the hard-nosed militiaman out of suspended animation, which is in no way like Demolition Man, gov. And that's it. I wish I could say there was something else to this film, but really, that's it. Michael Wolff takes the lead role, an actor you might remember from Pirates of the Caribbean, in which he played a bloke who fell off the side of the ship. He's the biggest name in this film. This doesn't bode well. He is aided by a dorky scientist guy, a goth girl who is aggressive to everyone she meets for no apparent reason, a lesbian couple, and another guy who has all the screen presence of a piece of paper. And not even one of those fancy bits of paper on Battlestar Galactica that don't have corners. Visually, the film is better than Alien vs. Hunter, but yet it actually still looks like one of those old PC games they used to make with films rather than actual gameplay. What do they call those? FMV games, I guess. Anyway, the giant robots in this film aren't so bad. I've seen more realistic screensavers though. They definitely remind me of the rather dreadful live-action Gundam film they once made. It's not that they're bad, it's that they're unfinished. They look unfinished, and a lot of the effects in this film are unfinished. If you were to take a drink every time a gun was fired without an accenting flash of gunfire, you'd be in an alcohol-induced coma within the first half hour. There's some attempt to give the characters depth with the dialogue, but everything the characters say sounds false, unnatural, and worst of all of the characters speak the same way. There's no reason for the characters to act the way they do, they just do, because this entire mess was written by a group of chimpanzees. There's actually one sequence which serves no point but to feature a cat fight between two women, complete with scratching and hair pulling. Now throw in a paddling pool full of mud and you've got what I strongly expect to be the type of film that director Lee Scott would have had a lot more fun making. And to be honest, I don't blame him. In conclusion, this film is just dreadful. From the lazy writing to the half-finished effects, there's nothing here to enjoy. I'm actually marking it less than Alien vs. Hunter, but only because I was feeling too generous with AVH in the first place and should have been meaner. Because AVH is by all regard a worse film, but nevertheless, that's in the past. Transmorphers is bad. It's like an Andram production of The Matrix, made for stage by a group of autistic 8-year-olds and directed by a cackling old man in a raincoat who offers you ice cream and puppies. Coming up next, if I can stomach it, I review I Am Omega, a mocked-up B-movie version of I Am Legend and the Omega Man, featuring what the description calls action-packed kung fu action. Oh goody. I'm so happy, I think I'm going to smear my head with jam and stick it in a barrel of carnivorous barracuda.
The pleasure is to blame, ain't no difference what you say. I don't say green,